What is up, guys? It's Sunday. It's mid-afternoon. Me and Brad, we knocked out, I think we have 30 trees here. We got here at 11 o'clock yesterday and we've done about 5. Anyways, I've had lots of comments, you have no idea what you're doing, yada, yada, yada. And, you think whatever you want, each to their own. But, so what we cut yesterday, lots of these trees, guys, there's really nothing special in this pile. There's some trees with some size to them. Don't get me wrong, this here would have been pretty slick log had it, there's a butt of it. It has this real gnarly lightning strike over here on this side. You can see it runs all the way up to the tree, around this crotch and on up that one limb log there. So it's just a set of decent lumber trees. There's a couple tag logs in here, but not too many. But anyways, I was going to walk back in here, kind of show you what it looks like after what I make it look like after we get done with the job. But that right there is typically how you want all your walnut busts to look like. You round them up the best you can, nice and flat. You can see where I bored out the center of this one. And cutting the trees that we do, the very few trees you will cut exactly alike. Yes, I do hinge trees from time to time, but normally I like to jump cut them. Yeah, maybe it is dangerous, but it's just it's what works best for me. Lots of the trees that we do cut are normally pretty high dollar trees, and I don't want to risk pulling anything out of them. But yeah, not an extraordinary set of logs by any means, but it's definitely worth doing. It's only 2 miles south of that last job we cut. So yeah, I'll walk back in here, show you guys what it looks like after I get done with the job, walk around a couple stumps, explain what I did and why I did it, and then we have a turning cylinder on the cat I gotta take off in place. We'll get rebuilt, that is. So yeah, stay tuned. So I'm walking up one of the main skid roads right now. Now this section in here, yeah, it does. It kind of looks like a tornado ripped through here. I won't lie to you, but we cut 20 trees out of a real small spot in here. So they was just real thick. You see, there's 2 trees down there, probably 14-inch trees, and that one there had a little hackberry growing up next to it, and so did that one. I cut them off. The hackberry's worth absolutely nothing. It's just going to end up drowning out those walnut trees, so cut them off, give them walnut trees some more water. Yeah, we left lots of trees in here, maybe lots of guys would have cut, but like that one over there, it's a pretty nice tree, probably 16, 17 inches, not huge, but could have cut it, but I just assume leave it there. We get all the other trees away from it. I'll put on some size. Kind of directionally fell 4 or 5 trees in one little pile there. But, so here's one I bored out. See that? Well, that toenail there, it kind of hung on, but so just spur cut that one, whatever you want to call it. Start off with the heaviest toenails, clip it, and then work your way around. Over here, this is actually the one that I think Brad filmed me cut yesterday that you guys seen. So just cut everything, all the heavy side, come in, cut back as far as I can, and then I just clipped it. And it kind of acted like it wanted to fall in all these cedars, but luckily it went over there in a little hole, so that worked out pretty good. So right there, that there you could just call a jump cut. That there's where I just snipped toenails, and then I think I did hinge one over here because we was trying to keep it off of some of these younger trees right in here. Okay, so yeah, I did hinge this one. And the hinge, it's great. I do love it for steering trees where you want them to go, but from time to time, you'll have it pop a side off the tree, then you got a whole bunch of white showing. It just doesn't look near as appealing to our log buyers. Our log buyers like to see flat, smooth, rounded off butts, and you can't always get that with a hinge. I don't care how good you are, you're going to mess up from time to time. So I try not to hinge anything unless I absolutely feel it's necessary. I was trying to keep it off of that tree right there, and then there's quite a few other ones right here. But yeah, I mean, between me and Brad, me and the skid steer, Brad on the skidder, it doesn't take any time to cut the big Y's in these tops. Then, you know, push them off to the side, out of the way. And I try to make it where whenever we're done with the place, a guy could bring his brand new pickup back here and drive through his property. They couldn't. And this used to be nothing but thick cedar and walnut trees. But I think we got 3 or 4 tops right there. I felt 2 or 3 trees in one pile right here. No, we just do the best that we can, you know. We're just trying to make a name for ourselves, and I'd imagine lots of other guys are too. And so it didn't take us any time at all to come in here and clean up a few of these tops. But whenever you cut, you know, 20, 30 trees out of a small spot, there's only so much that you could do to make it look good. It's not going to look like a park by any means. At the end of the day, you are logging and cutting timber. But, you know, we do everything that we can for the amount of time that we have. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to come in here, show you guys some of that. And then one other reason, see, look, and lots of deer hunters are swearing. Logging does nothing but scare away deer. We just made this road yesterday. Got 2 inches of rain last night, so chances are that deer there probably came through here this morning. But, yeah, so another reason I don't like to hinge trees is, and I prefer to jump cut. You know, very few trees in the part of Kansas that we're in grow perfectly straight. Most of them are crooked, have big limbs on them. And whenever you jump cut, lots of the time, you get those big limbs and stuff to roll off of other trees and keep damage from the log that you cut and the timber that you're going to leave standing. Where with a hinge, you're really forcing that tree to go somewhere. And you know, sometimes the limb will get tangled up and you'll tear the butt off of the tree that you cut, or you know, you'll just tear the shit out of the tree that you left standing. That chances are you plan on coming back cut. You know, I'd like to come back in here probably about 7 years. Same thing with lots of the other jobs that we've cut nearby. So that's my thoughts on it. You know, I'm not telling anyone how they should do it or that my way is better than theirs by any means. Like I said, each to their own. I'm just explaining why I do what I do. I cut, you know, I use different methods for just about every tree. It really depends on the scenario. You know, if every tree was perfectly tall and straight, yeah, sure, I could hinge it all. But jump cutting is that's just what I prefer personally.